Okay, let's go ahead and walk through this playbook. So you are going to have this same template that I'm sharing with you. I'm going to be not editing my template. You will not have this, but you're going to be able to click on the purple button, um, and you'll be able to grab your own. It'll create a template for you to begin using. So what we're going to do is we are going to work through the Canva Editor Learn and Play workbook so that you can be able to learn about the different features and designs. So the first one basically is the homepage cheat sheet. Um, you don't have to do anything on this page. It's just going over some of the features of the homepage. On the second piece, this is where we're going to learn how to insert text. The left side, I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. The left side gives you like a learn, like a how to. And then the second part or the play is where you actually get to try it out for your own. So let's go ahead and try out inserting a text box and then resizing. So I'm going to come over to the left hand menu and click on text. And you have different options for text. You can just create a text box. There's headings, subheadings, the body, or you can use some of these really cool font combinations that that if you see something that you like or want to use, you can do that. I always like to go through these because they're so much fun. I like the spring vibes ones. All I did was click on it, and now I'm going to drag the corners, and I'm gonna get rid of this Miss Taylor's class. I'm gonna click on it and then just hit delete, click on the term and delete, and then click on this Thunderbolt and delete. And if you don't want it to say spring vibes, you can just click on it and then type in your own. Maybe I'm going to put Jackson here, and then click on this top part and put Mrs. and just have fun with it. And that's all we have to do on this one is just add a text box and resize, and you can put in anything that you want there. All right, so let's go to the next page, which gets us over to editing text. And again, you are going to want to use this bar here to scroll, because what you might see does not just end here, does not end in 3. You can tell that there are this many pages. We are on 6 out of 30. Don't worry, it does go pretty quickly, depending on how adept you are to using Canva. So let's try the editing text. So again, I'm just going to use my slide bar here to navigate. I'm going to click on the 3. I'm going to move this over so I have more space here. On this piece, we're going to just edit some text fonts and size and color. So let's just say we can click on Sophie Luck here, and I think I'm going to put in a text box. And again, it made it really large because I think the last thing I was using was pretty big. So I'm just resizing it. I'm going to put it right here. And then what you can do is go ahead and start typing, putting in a name. If you don't like this font, you can go ahead and change the font here. There are so many fonts to choose from. You can go down a huge rabbit hole just on fonts. There are a few that I do like to use that I'm, partial to. I love this Hangbolly one. I don't know why. I just love it. Make this a little bit bigger. And I think I'm going to change the color. Here is the color. And I'm going to give it, I think I'm going to give this cool. No, don't want to give it that blue because it'll match with this. Maybe this gold color. And then you are welcome to also change this one. So we'll change this one to another name. I want it all on the same line. So what I'm going to do is, here, um, mm, hold on just a second. I want to ungroup. Let me ungroup this for a minute, and then I can stretch it out right here. So I went ahead and did that. I might change that color instead of this like brownish red. I can choose different colors. I can come over here, click on the color wheel and change those colors as well. And then again, go ahead and play with the font. Another font I love to use is called Moon. Forget what it's called, but it's something Moon Glow, I think. Now I can't find it, so we'll just go to apricots. All right, so we have played around with this. So this is editing text. This is a great way to use, so you don't have to purchase any nameplates for your kids. You can create your own nameplates in Canva. All right, let's go to text effects. So we're going to head on over. This is a great opportunity for you to use these designs to create a certificates for your kids. And there are different ways you can do that. There's so many amazing text effect features. So on this one, we are going to add a text effect to a piece of text on this page. First off, I'm going to double click. I'm going to change the name to, I'm just going to use my name again. It's a little large, so I'm just going to double click, and over here, I'm going to resize just a little bit so that it fits. And then what I'm going to do is I want to play around with the effects. Let's move this out of the way. So as long as this is highlighted, you have these effects right here. So if you click on the effects on this menu, you have different options. So this one's called glitch, shadow, and then there are different ones. I like a nice curve shape, so you can curve that. The cool thing is that you can also control the curvature. So if you don't want it to curve that much, you can always change the curve under the effects button. Again, I like to use the shadow. Sometimes I'll use the shadow on there. So let's look at the outline one. There we go. Or the hollow. The hollow is pretty cool. So that would be using the text effect features. Again, you don't have to make it curved unless you want to. Okay, so now we're going to be moving on to the next one. So we are looking for search for elements. I love the element piece in Canva. There's so many amazing things that you can see in the elements feature, and the elements are located on the left. So it looks like we're using this search term, and we're going to place elements in the design. So we're going to go to elements. And under the search bar, we're going to do 3D classroom. And then I love to choose the graphics. There's photos, videos, frames, but we're going to do graphics. And we are going to be adding to our 3D classroom. Looks like this might already be a chalkboard, but I think I'm going to add a teacher. And of course, when you click to add it, all you're doing is clicking to add it. Please resize so that it meets where you want it to go. And the cool part about this is that you can even flip the teacher so that if it's not facing in the correct direction you want it to face, you can go ahead and flip it. I think we will add a school desk in there, actually. Now let's add a school desk in there. And then again, just play with these features, these graphics. Again, if we don't want the desk facing that direction, just gonna go ahead and flip it. So that way, maybe I want it on this side. And over here, I think I'm going to put a little plant in there. Again, they come out pretty big. Just have to resize Oh no, I don't want that plant. I like these. These are pretty cool here. That one, I think I'm going to choose. I'm being a little picky, but um, it's just so much fun to create. Oops, going to go this right here. In case you make a mistake, this back button does the trick, that undo. So I'm going to add this here. And you get the picture on what to do. So you have fun with it, get as many tools in there as you want. There are so many amazing features to add all over. So you can pretty much go down your own rabbit hole in this. And if you wanted to add words here, which is always cool, let's add a computer. Again, resize, and that's always fun to put. I'm going to resize it. And then the cool thing about it is you can grab it, move it, and you've got these little features that you can move around too. You can also, move your graphics to the way you want it to move. Okay, so from here on, as long as you're creating and adding some elements to show that you can, again, add as much as you want or as little as you want. Now, let's head on over to, again, I'm going to move this slide bar over so I can make sure I can see that there's more in here. We're going to look at changing element colors. So we are headed over to this design where we're going to be making changes to. So on this one, you are going to click on the image. When you click on the image, you're going to see the palette of colors that that image has. So you can see it's black and grays and lighter grays. So to change these, when you click on one of the colors, you're going to be getting your color palette here. So right now, I picked this gray. It looks like it's maybe this part of the gray. Maybe I can change that to green. Oh, no, there's the cherry. Let's change that to red. All right. And then this one, not sure what that one is. That looks like it's the tray. The black would be the other part of it. Maybe make a chocolate frosting. No, let's do a white frosting. Oh, nope, that wasn't good. Or that one. Let me make it that color. And then change this. We'll make this yellow. There we go. So again, you can go have fun with all these. This one, you can tell this little spring has only two colors to it. So again, choose the color that you want to change it. If you want to leave the outline as black, sometimes I like to make the outline white. I think black or blue might be good. And then the same thing here. This one has 5 colors. So we're just going to go around and just play with all of the colors and just change everything to tailor it to how you want it to be. So going around to do all of these. So again, play around. This one's got 2 colors again. Just have fun with it and make sure that you complete all of them. So that way we can see all the different colors and changes. Okay. All right, I'm going to continue this way. We're going to go into the tidying up elements. So we're going to align. We're going to use the alignment button to tidy up. So first off, if you click here, and it's going to kind of help you through it here, you're just going to go ahead and if you accidentally make it too big, just go ahead and undo. One of the things that is so nice is to have these undo buttons right here. And then what you're going to do is after that, you are headed over to position, which is located right here. And then on position, you can, I believe, center. You can middle, you can top, you can bottom. Again, there's so many things that you can do on here. Just going to go ahead and align these features when you have them aligning to the sections here. So as soon as you go ahead and select these, you're going to come over to the position, click on tidy up, and then do the same for these, and then click, or is it tidy up? And sometimes it will tidy up a different way. Um, Go ahead and tidy it up the way that you want. You can even move them and tidy them up manually. All right, let's head on over to the lock elements feature. So under lock elements, you're going to lock the elements within a design so that students can't alter them. So let's practice locking. So once you click on one of the features, you hold down the shift and go ahead and click on the features you want to lock. And then once you do that, you're going to get this little sub menu at the bottom. Click the padlock, and now this prevents students from moving things around. I did not lock this middle one, so you can tell this one they're able to move, but this is a perfect example of putting in something and sharing it with students and not having them move things around. All right, let's continue on to number 9. We're going to look at grouping. For grouping, you're going to want to click on specific objects holding down your shift key. Once you do that, everything shows that you're going to group together. So it's these two things. Click the group button, and now these things are grouped as a whole. They move together. And then again, if you want to ungroup them because you're looking at grouping these as well, you would do the same thing. Just make sure that you're clicking, holding down the shift to add everything that you want to group, and then click, I clicked on lock, click on group, and now you're able to move everything around. Okay. Again, let's continue on our journey. Now that we're done with grouping, let's take a look at editing shapes. We are going to be adding some, inserting some shapes, and then we're going to be coloring them. So on the speech bubble, you're going to head over to elements, and then I just use speech bubble. Put in any of the speech bubbles that you want. Let's start with this one. I'm going to resize it so that it fits nicely into the box. And then again, these are the color features. I'm going to go ahead and make this a different color. Let's make that pink. Oops. Hold on just a second. Pink. Maybe this one isn't one that we can color. Border style. Let's see. Oh, let's edit. Or not. Okay, so the speech bubble I should not have put in. I should go into shapes. So I'm going to go to shapes and see all. I'm going to find this speech bubble. I'm going to move it and resize it. I'm also going to change the color now. Now that I can change the color on that one. There we go. And then same with the arrow. I'm going to just change that to a different color. Change the cloud to a different color. And then grab a star from your shapes. So any star will do. Add that in there, star. Come on. Yes, I want the star. Give me the star. There we go. And then you can grab your star. Sometimes it's not so easy to grab it. There we go. Grab the star, reshape it, and then obviously change the color to whatever color you desire. I'm gonna go with yellow. All right, let's move on over to, we are almost done, uploading a photo. So this is amazing. I love to upload any of the photos here. So we're gonna take a photo from the device and then add it to this frame. So we are going to go to uploads on the side. And I've already have many photos, as you can see images here, but when you want to upload a photo from your device, you're going to go to upload files. and then it's going to take you to either your desktop or whatever it is that you want. Um, and then choose one of your photos. Maybe I'll do a Bitmoji. And then it's going to upload your file here under images. You're going to be able to see that right here. And once it's done, you'll be able to just click on it and then just drag it over. If you drag it over, it will take the shape of the frame. So you want to slowly drag it over to take the shape of the frame. Now that we are looking at that, we're going to look at frames here. So let's take a look at frames. So we're going to insert photos and videos into this frame here, any of the ones that you want. You don't have to go to the Canva Science experiment and upload any of those photos or videos. You can do your own. As I said before, you can upload if you have videos. I have silly videos of myself from different places that I've done videos for different things that I've done with the campuses. But for this part, we can just vote and go to, you can go back to elements under, let's see, we can do cat. Let's look at cat, and you can actually get photos of a cat. Love, again, you want it to take the shape of the frame, so you're going to slowly drag it. I think I'm going to put it in this one and then continue on. I'm going to go back and I'm going to get another cat picture because I just love cats. And again, going to slowly drag it until it goes straight into the frame. Slowly drag. And then let's do one more. Slowly drag it into the frame. And there you go. So now you have it. So you don't have to stick with the Canva Science experiment. This one I don't like very much, but cut off the ears, but that's fine. Okay, moving on to background remover. So we are going to learn how to use the background remover. So what I like to do is I'm going to actually just delete this whole thing. I am going to add an image. So let's look for an actual graphic. Let's do it's very hard to decide on what I want. Let's do a school. And let's see if we have a photo. Well, I don't want to do a photo. Let's try, oh, I know, this is better. So I'm going to, because I do this all the time, I'm going to go back to uploads. I'm going to go back to images. And I am going to take a image that I know I have used in the past, and I do not like the white pieces on here, so I want to get rid of this white. If you leave it click on background remover, and you can easily put in your background there. And it just takes away that whole extra space there. Or you can just follow the directions on this side and click on the background remover. So if I went back to doing exactly what it said to do, you click on it and you go to edit image, and then you can use this background remover and it will take away that piece that you do not want. All right, moving on to 14, the drawing tool. We are towards the end here. So on the drawing tool, we are going to highlight or use the drawing tool to highlight the verbs. So what you can do on this piece right here. Okay, so we are going to head over to our drawing tools on the menu side. Once you click on your drawing tools, I'm just going to click on the actual draw one, and then you'll have your highlighter here. And of course, you can always change your highlighter color by clicking here. Just going to keep it at yellow. And then you're going to highlight the action words, just like so. And we've reached the end. So once you are finished, I'm going to show you how to share it. You're going to go to the share button at the top. You are going to change it to anyone with the link, and then you are going to change this to view. We don't want anybody being able to make those changes. So again, you're going to go to the share button. Anyone with the link can view, and then you're going to copy that link, and that is how you're going to be sharing your workbook with me.